my 1952 MGTD Roadster. I've owned several over the years, and this is by far just head and shoulders in terms of condition, drivability, functionality of the others that I had owned. This one underwent an open checkbook restoration from the second owner that owned it for many, many years, and the key question when he had it done was not how much, but only how good. It's finished in the original red with red interior, a canvas tan hearts cloth soft top. The hearts cloth side curtains are unused. They're still brand new. The soft top is in outstanding condition, and you can see those in the photos which I've included. The interior is absolutely beautiful, from the seating to the dash to the banjo steering wheel and the carpeting. All of the gauges are fully functional, which is unusual with them being Lucas, Sam, as you probably know.
Yeah, those are the British gauges for sure. And now the banjo steering wheel, Norm, that is for vibration, isn't it? To take the vibration?
It is not only, you're absolutely right, Sam, it was not only very aesthetically beautiful, but the strings in the banjo would absorb the road shock on it. And if that steering wheel looks like it has been recast, it only because it's too good to be original, but it is beautiful. What I've loved driving this car, Sam, is the 5-speed transmission. It just changes the entire personality of the car. The 4-speed, would run at higher RPM in 4th gear. The 5th gear on this one is for touring, so it can run effortlessly at highway speeds. The clock on it is likely Lucas as well, but the clock is on-op. It's showing 23,000 miles, which I believe are correct. The interior is absolutely beautiful. It does have seat belts. One of the things Robert did is he added 2 electric fuel pumps to it in addition to the original mechanical fuel pump, and the fuel pumps are selectable with that dip switch on the dash. The lower setting is for the one on the frame, and the upper setting is for the upper one. The chrome MG scripted wheel covers, the wide white wall radial tires, which really do set off the red. It has a rear luggage rack and a hearts cloth tan canvas spare wheel cover. This car, I was told, has never been driven in inclement weather. You can see the windshield is absolutely beautiful on it, along with the wing windows, and the details on the dash, Sam, are just great. We've just lowered the fold-down front windscreen, which was a very unique touch on these, and made the driving experience even more fun.
That's when you bust out the goggles.
That's exactly right, and you need them. The undercarriage on this, which you'll see in the photos, is absolutely beautiful. The floor, there's no rust in it anywhere ever. The floors in it are outstanding, and that's very, very important on these. The body is the most important part of a vintage car. You can see the badge bar in the front with the driving lamps and the badges is absolutely beautiful. I do have the original crank, which fits through the front bumper and is used for cranking it up if the battery ever fails, and since I've owned it, that's not been necessary and hopefully never will be. It does have the original 4-cylinder twin carbureted engine, 54 horsepower, and the engine and the carburetors and everything else under the hood, and everything else has been fully restored, and the engine compartment is show quality. There is a battery shutoff, as you can see. All the lights are fully functional along with the horn. This is an absolute pleasure to drive, Sam. I love driving this car. Again, the engine compartment is show quality, as is the undercarriage. Absolutely beautiful. You can see all the wiring has been completely updated. The brass plaques on it are all show quality, and okay, Sam, as you were indicating, the provenance on a car is part of the personality and part of who the car is, and how well it has been maintained, and what pride the two prior owners took in owning it. The spares on this car are in the thousands of dollars, and I've had offers on parts, and I'm not parting it out. Those all come with the car, as they were with the car whenever I acquired it. There's the tonneau cover, the car cover, the unused side curtains, the original 4-speed transmission, which was in excellent condition, the tonneau cover, the drive shaft. In the event that the new owner should decide to return that, but I think keeping the 5-speed synchronized transmission is an even better idea, and then having these available. Many of the spares, as you can see, are totally unused. The chrome on the headlamps and the wing mirrors and the headlamp bezels, all outstanding. Complete set of workshop and the original owner's manual documentation of the restoration. The badge bar badges just says so much about how the car has been proudly owned and maintained, and those are all part of the car. First gear is very low on it and rarely used. I've always used second for starting. Sam, some of these British cars are beautiful to look at, but driving them leaves something to be desired. Others drive very well, but don't look that great. This one is the best of both worlds. It is not only breathlessly beautiful, in my opinion, but even more importantly, it is an absolute pleasure to drive. The 5-speed just changes the entire personality of the car and makes it a pleasure to drive. The steering is nice and tight, you know, rack and pinion steering, which was way ahead of its time in 1952. The braking system has all been refurbished. The engine, the transmission, the clutch are all fresh. We're going into third gear now.
Wow, so smooth.
Shifting on it is just an absolute pleasure. All 5 gears are fully synchronized. We're pulling a grade with a 4-cylinder engine and 2 adult men in very good shape, but we're doing just fine in third gear. Oil pressure on it is outstanding. It runs nice and cool. Let's get down in a second. How do you like the sound of that,
That's nice.
Sam? Isn't that sweet? This will bring the kid out in you.
What a cruiser through. I can just see you running through Roswell at night.
Oh
How
man!
beautiful.
And when you hit a bump, there's not a rattle in this car anywhere. It is nice and tight. That's the benefit of a low mileage car that has been fully restored. Boy, that rack and pinion steering enables this thing to turn on a dime. Starting in second gear. Driven this with the windscreen down, didn't have goggles, just sunglasses, and you know that wind in your hair feeling was just unmatched.
Such a detail in this dash. I love the brushed aluminum or whatever that is. I mean, it just looks so good.
The horn.
Wow.
Boy, that engine has such a sweet song, Sam.
It really does.
I'm in love with this car. This has truly been my favorite MG and likely one of my favorite British cars that I've ever owned.